Not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless you're giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing. You hear me? Okay, well, hey, JamiThatsMe here. Listen, we got to get into some Real Housewives just a bit, okay? Y'all know the Real Housewives of Atlanta taglines have dropped. All right, Miss Porsha Williams is doing yet another interview. I believe this one may be with Dish Nation. Shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. So this one is with Dish Nation, and it appears that she kind of got into some things when it comes down to Dennis and Drew. Now, let me say this right out the gate. I haven't listened to it. I'm going to listen to it with you guys. But I'm seeing it says Porsha said her best friend Johnny. And why I start thinking about the guy that worked with Kandi. That Phaedra, that went to go see Phaedra, I guess, trying to sue Kandi them over something. I don't think that's the same Johnny, but wasn't his name Johnny too? And if so, I don't think that's the same Johnny, but that's what I thought about. But anyway, girl, before we get into Real Housewives of Atlanta and Porsha or whatever, child, we got to get to the man in the basement. Him downstairs, okay? We have to get to the man in the basement that felt like Tampa was too much, that he had to stay down below. And that would be Ralph. You know, that is Drew's husband. For people that do not know, Drew has been married to Ralph for I don't even know how many years. They have about 2 children together. I do believe that he's taken her oldest son in, and he refers to Ralph, from my understanding, as dad. He sees him as a father figure. I do question whether or not the dynamics between him, and I believe that son name was Josiah, don't quote me, but her oldest son is what I'll say, because I don't want to continue to mess his name up if it's wrong. But I do question whether or not that relationship between the two has changed. In previous years, we have seen where Drew has brought his biological dad around and how awkward that may have been, and just wondering if their relationship has gotten any closer or not, and what the dynamics of the relationship is that he has with Ralph, being at this point of their divorce. I'm hoping that he doesn't treat him any differently, being that he is divorcing his mom. But I want us to get into Ralph for a second, because Ralph does go on to do a podcast, all right? And started him a channel and everything, honey, called Ralph in the Basement, child. And he says that this, I guess, podcast or him talking is going to be more so tailored to the men, right? To the men that may have to go through situations such as him. So he wants them to have an outlet and for them to be able to relate to whatever. Okay, that's what Ralph got going on. But there is a certain part of Ralph, because I did check it out. It's a short clip that he dropped, and I did check it out. And I want us to hear just a piece of what Ralph talks about when it comes to the children, when it comes to Drew and everything. So let us go ahead and get started. So let's check this out.
Knowledge. Just, I think, the basics, right? You know, the first thing I would say is, even
you know what? Let me because I was speeding through this so that I could hear it. So let me slow it down just a bit for the people that's like, wait a minute, Jamie, that is too much. That is too fast. I can't catch on. So here we go. Let's get into it.
Just in acknowledge, just, I think, the basics, right? You know, the first thing I would say is, even to Drew, you know, one thing I am, and I do apologize about this. I do apologize because this wasn't the plan. Our plan was to come on the television, be able to share, you know, our relationship with the world and how we navigated it, you know, the fun times, the joy, not necessarily any kind of a demise. I never would have expected that, nor would I ever come on the television if that was going to be the case. You know, I think at the end of the day, I would have always protected my family, and also, more importantly, even my kids, because legacy means everything to me. It means the world. And this is why I'm doing this, you know, because at the end of the day, I even believe I want to make sure that my kids understand the narrative of who their dad is, and never to try to look at me. And of course, they get to experience me every day, but I never want them to ever watch a show or have somebody else say anything about who their dad is, because at the end of the day, this podcast, you know, this communication here, this community that we're building, my own words, my own experiences should mean way more than any television show should ever. And that's what I want to go through, you know? Television is entertainment. And so I always want to make sure I just say that. But also to Drew, you know, I feel like, you know, we always had the end goal, you know, of what we wanted to accomplish. And, you know, unfortunately, we lost our way. And I'm not going to blame reality TV for it. You know, of course, that's an easy scapegoat. But the reality is that going through this journey, it becomes challenging. You got so many different impressions, so many different people pulling on you. Neither one of us was doing reality TV before, and so you never know exactly kind of what to expect. And you got to be so locked in and united as a couple in order to survive this. Because reality TV, the reality is that it has mad casualties. How many relationships have actually been able to survive? And so you got to be so locked in order to make it out. And unfortunately, you know, we didn't. And I apologize. But at the same time, I think, you know, this is also an opportunity for new beginnings. And for whatever it is that she wants to do, I wish her well. And whatever it is she wants to find, I hope she finds it. To my kids, my heartbeat. You know, this is the reason why I do this. And I love y'all. And I want to make sure that y'all always know that me and your mother, we love y'all with all our heart. And nothing will ever change that. We're always going to be here for you. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure that I fulfill every commitment that I made for y'all. And I'm going to make sure that I provide y'all with the best of the best for everything, the best experiences, the best environment that I can put y'all in. I want to make sure that y'all can thrive, and I want to make sure that I can be there because I'm a father first, and I will sacrifice everything for you. But at the end of the day,
All right, so that's a snippet of what he had to say over there, Chai. And, you know, he talks about the kids. And as I stated, I was questioning whether or not, you know, the oldest son was included in that when you say children or your kids or whatever. And also, when he talks to Drew, hoping that she gets anything, everything that she wants, apologizing for, you know, things ending up this way. I don't know how genuine that really is. I'll be honest, Ralph. I don't know how genuine that is when we're hearing on the show that you're being very petty in the app. Very petty in the app where the judge can see. And then you're also asking her for alimony, child support, and all this and that. I don't know if he's going to address these things. I don't know if he's going to come out and say she's lying, you know, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I would think that anything that he does say or speak out against is likely going to be used against him in the court of law. Hello? I don't know. But, I mean, get him and let us know. Is she telling the truth? Is she not telling the truth? But it's just interesting. You're apologizing, you're sorry, this and that. But I just feel like you're not too sorry. You saying y'all love the kids, y'all gonna give them everything. But I feel like how she gonna give them a piece of that if you try to take it? And you trying to get in on her businesses and stuff like that. Okay? You like I feel a way about it. And I hope that y'all ain't running amok in that house, even though you in the basement and her upstairs. Okay? Because are you thinking about the kids then? Because you should have just probably got you an apartment up the street or something. But anywho, child, I guess it works out for both of them. I would want to believe that he's still paying bills. I would hope so. So maybe it works out during these trying times. But again, this is what Ralph has to say about, you know, to Drew as far as, you know, apologizing, never expecting the marriage to end because of reality TV or whatever the case. Sounds like he didn't really want to blame reality TV, but he acknowledges that and the kids. But then on the flip side, this is the video that we also got when it came to her being upstairs.
I had the conversation. I sat down with her and I was like, listen, you know, like, look, based on everything that's going on, you know, I think we should go our separate ways. I think, you know, we fit there.
They said somebody coming downstairs.
Yo, look, if they come down, everybody got free reign because she's not allowed to be down here. So if she come down these steps, I'm going to the courts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all putting it right in the app. Hey, Drew violated the order. Look, it's not a game out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business here, you know? Let me drink to that.
Okay. So he gonna put it in the see. That's being petty if she come down the stairs, and that's being real petty. But you sitting over here trying to get some nice, encouraging words or whatever on the first video, sir. But then you turned around and you over there being a little piece of petty, and I don't think that's really nice. She come downstairs and standing on business. Now he is saying it with a laugh, and although I want to feel like he's kind of joking a bit, I think Ralph dead ass serious. I think he is gonna be like, hold her in contempt, Your Honor. I do feel like he will do that. But, you know, I just have one question for Ralph. Was Tampa too packed, baby? Was Tampa too packed? Was Tampa too packed for you, Ralph? I'm just trying to get an understanding, honey. Okay? Let the people know. But in the meantime, we're about to go ahead and slide on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so the first thing I want to get into are the taglines when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's check out and see what the ladies are doing. Can I also, before we get started, I was wondering if they were just going to do away with the taglines since they're trying to do something so different with this season. But let's see if the taglines are as tacky as the green screen transitions they got going on. So let us check it out.
I snatched my peach back, now I'm bringing the juice.
I guess that's a play on her being called Peach Juice.
I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. +1? Honey, I've always been that one. I'm a mom of 4 girls. Give me attitude and I'll ground you too.
If you want to find the shade, just look for the oak.
I'm pretty and paid. Of course there's haters trying to shade.
I kind of want to listen to them again because I feel like Shamia is the only one that I like. Let me see.
I snatched my peach back, now I'm bringing the juice.
But I feel like, I don't know. I just think Porsha could have did a better one. To be that girl and then to be returning, I snatched my peach back. It was never taken. But I guess you gave it to somebody that you snatched it back, like I'm back. And now I'm bringing the juice. I mean, I guess. It's just not landing right now. But we'll see what other juices you're going to bring this season, honey.
I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement.
I mean, I get it because it's a play on Ralph being in the basement. I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. I mean, I don't know. That might be able to do a little something. I snatch my pee and I'm bringing the juice. I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. Right now, it's only Ralph in the basement. So I don't like him.
+1? Honey, I've always been that one.
I kind of like that one. It was like simple, sweet. I ain't got to try and force it. +1. Honey, I've always been that one. I know that's motherfucking right, girl. I know that's motherfucking right. You hear me? Don't play with me. +1? Who? I always been that one. Don't ever. Ooh, girl, I don't know who she's talking to. I like that one. Right? I've always been that one. What you mean? I've always been upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. I don't know. I feel like give me a little time, it might grow on me. I snatched my peach back, and now I'm bringing the juice. Okay. I want to like it, but I'm not yet, y'all. I can't.
I'm a mom of 4 girls. Give me attitude and I'll ground you too.
What? Who you grounding? I'm not your child. What are you talking about? Like, I'm a mom of 4 girls? And then yours was just too fucking long, Kelly. I'm a mom of 4 girls giving me attitude, and I'll ground you too. Like, whatever happened to I snatched my peach bag, now I'm bringing the juice. I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. +1? I've always been that one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, girl, what? I'm a mom of 4 girls. Okay. Give me attitude and I'll ground you too. Did anybody check in with Chat GPT just a little piece? I feel like they would have helped you just a little bit. Just a little bit. The person, I don't know where the comment was, but they left one for Kenya. I cannot remember what it was, but it was good. I'm like, damn, you should have helped them. You should have helped the other folks with theirs. Since Kenya don't got a tagline, they gave her one. Child, some of y'all should have solicited help. That's why Nene always asked the people. Was it Nene? It was one of them housewives that would come to the people and ask them what their tagline should be. I feel like it could have been Kandi too. Like, get some options. Even if you don't use theirs, you come up with your own. Like, oh, what is this? Anyway, let's keep going.
If you want to find the shade, just look for the oak.
Simple. I don't think Angela's is bad. She played on that last name Oakley because she wants everybody to know she married to Charles Oakley. Okay, put respect on the name, put respect on the oak, girl, I guess. But if you want to find the shade, look for the oak. Like, that's kind of cute. A little piece, okay? Because she's talking about, okay, a shade tree, a oak tree. Like, girl, if you want to find the shade, look for an oak. Okay, then, bitch. Okay, so that means that you look for her. Look for her, honey. And that husband of hers, because they're going to be shady as fuck. Okay, the way he was over there getting her together about that damn wig that was sliding back about off her head, honey. That was, okay? Child. And that heavy ass makeup he said she had on. So he was definitely throwing shade at your oak ass. Baby Charles was giving the shade, okay? But anywho, let's keep going, all right?
I'm pretty and paid. Of course there's haters trying to shade.
Okay, you and Brittany got together and y'all did too fucking much. I'm pretty and paid. Of course haters have, well, I'm pretty and paid. Of course haters have the shade or throw the shade. Like, girl, cut it the fuck out. Like, both of y'all, y'all might need to go to tagline boot camp because this was not it. It's like, I think for me, I primarily like Angela's and Shamia's. I like Shamia's because it's that one, period. And then I also like, and it just was simple. And I think Drew would be next after that. Then maybe Porsha. Then I just don't give a damn after that. Okay, girl? Like, because the other two, y'all just down there at the bottom, honey. Yeah. If you want to find a shade, look for the oak. It's that simple. Okay. +1, girl. I've always been that one. It's that simple. Like, just give me simple, cute, hit it, whoop. Okay. What Porsha said, I snatched my peach back. Now I'm bringing the juice. I guess, but I guess her tagline didn't really land because it's not giving the juice right now. But y'all leave y'all thoughts down. Give me the order, the top 3, and in what order for you. All right. Some of y'all may have loved Drew's because I did see that in the comments. Some people was like, I love Drew, upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. I was like, okay, I'm trying, but it's not landing. I feel like it's too many damn words, just a little piece. But she is in my top 3 though. I will say that out of the tagline. So shout out to the ladies, girl. I bet that was, I'm sure it was hard. But okay, so that's that. Now I want us to get into Porsha and her having this interview or whatnot with Dish Nation and her touching on Dennis and Drew. So let us let's slide over here and check it out.
That wasn't even supposed to happen. Literally right before we filmed that, my best friend, Johnny, called me and told me that he was going to go to Chicago. The whole show was supposed to go to Chicago. And he was like, did you know that Drew is flying, is Dennis coming in to film? I said, huh? So I had just found that out. So that's why the whole time. She said she told you she didn't. She did not. So that's why the whole time I was like.
And Drew is thinking that Dennis told her. That's the thing.
The whole time I was like, oh. While she was talking, they were talking about dating. I was like, I don't care. But then what you didn't see is she.
Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare.
Yeah, so I was like, well, we'll break up our law. But like, now we need to.
800-511-2112. That's 800-511-2112. 800-511-2112.
Right. So then I was like, well, the only way I can really now we got to break the wall. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to that a little closely so I can hear what Porsha was saying because she tried
to
whisper
either.
On live.
Me either. I was like, but you know what? It's that situation where we were cool. Like, I really liked her. And I really grew with her because I saw she got picked on like me. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm going to have your back. So I didn't spend a lot of time with her. So I didn't, like, know her like that. But I thought I knew her enough to where if she wanted me back, maybe that means we're going to roll together. Like, finally, I'm going to have me a little friend.
Okay, so where you fucked up, Porsha, was making the assumption of what the situation was going to be and supposed to be. That's what it sounded like to me. You thought that girl wanted you back so y'all could be like a tag team. I feel like y'all could have, potentially. I think they could have like been on some same type of, teamwork type thing.
Got back, I was like, what's going on? What is this?
Okay, my thing is this, and I'm just going to say this and I hear it. You and Shamir still friends?
I mean, the show is the show.
No, I don't show the show, but we still friends.
Well, you have to get through it. We still got to see. We still got to watch it. We still got to go to the union.
Yeah, I mean,
like things
you don't
that
be knowing what they saying.
Oh,
the cameras ain't.
Well, I know what.
Goddamn, bitch.
Hold on, can you mute the live?
She was like, "Oh, can you mute the live?" So she over there really talking some shit, girl. I wonder. I might have to go back and play that video so I can get a little piece of the action to see what Porsha was over there trying to whisper over there to the people about Drew and stuff. But yeah, she's saying that she didn't know they were filming together and that her best friend had to come and let her know because she found out by way of the best friend who said that they were supposed to be going to Chicago together. So I don't know, but I just don't think this is a big deal. It's given that Porsha's storyline kind of blew up before it could happen. And now it does seem like a little bit that she's making this a bigger issue than what it has to be. I mean, I feel like I do understand her wanting Drew to at least tell her. Like, even if you think that Dennis was going to tell me, like, you could have just came to me and just told me, like, we got that friendship. But then when you listen to Drew, it sounds like I reached out to you a few times, but you act like you were too busy for me, so I just sent you a text message, right? And then other people are like, well, girl, that's not how that should have been told. You shouldn't have sent no message. You should have told her on the phone, but what am I supposed to do if she acting like she's too busy to get on the phone with me? So it does make me question, were you going to use this as a storyline the whole time? Because her intent was to let you know, trying to let you know. So you were trying to avoid contact with her. And then you were going to bring this up on the show like that, potentially. You know what I'm saying? Or, which is why you didn't answer her call. So I'm wondering, is when she texted you, did you respond back via text? Did you get on the phone and call her? Or did you continue to ignore her? And if you continue to ignore the chances that she's tried to reach out in text messages, then that would make me think that your whole intent was to bring this up on the show as a piece of the storyline and then ask if you could break the fourth wall just so you can make it seem like you're being authentic when you're not. It's just, I am a bit confused, but for the stands, y'all can clear it up and help me understand down in the comments. All right. But that's all that I got for you guys at this time. Of course, I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida